Matty Rocks on location at the Dakota in Minneapolis, Minnesota, joined with special guest, good friend, and saxophone goddess, I've always called you, Mindi Abair.
I love that. Thank you for having me. Well, I mean, we're after the show, you know. You can see everyone breaking everything down, but thanks for sticking around. This is it's the real thing, right?
Absolutely. And you're on my turf for once.
I'm very happy to be on your turf. I love Minneapolis, and we don't get the chance to be here enough. This is the just amazing music town. We all said it, you know, after playing the first set tonight. Just everyone in this town, they know music, they appreciate it, whether they grew up with it or whatever. It's somehow seeped into their blood here, and I just love being here. And it's warm this time. Literally, last time I came here, I think my eyebrows froze off. This time, short sleeve shirt. I'm sitting here. I've got a little beverage. It's really nice.
It's good to have you, and an amazing show.
Thank you. This place, you know, the Dakota is this little club that can. You know, I mean, we play festivals and we play these huge places. It's cool to come here to a great audience and have it be small, you know, have it be 200 and something people, and they're all packed in and there's an energy about it. And the show is always different because of that.
And you just played 2 back-to-back shows, packed shows. How do you feel about that?
You see the sweat, you see the hair's messed up and everything. You know what? I really like the old school, do 2 shows a night. It doesn't always happen like that. You know, we go in and do a lot of festivals, and you've got an hour to play, and there's 9 people after you or before you or whatever. I love the fact that it can be our night, and all of us grew up, you know, coming up the ranks, playing dark, dingy clubs, and we'd play, you know, 4 sets a night, and we'd be playing from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. and just, you know, going all night. So this isn't half of that, but yet it feels like, you know, you're doing 2 shows, you're going for it, you're sweating, you're giving, you know. There's no holding back for 2 shows. It's big. So I really love it. Brings us back to the beginning.
What do you think of the Minneapolis crowd?
I love the Minneapolis crowd. I mean, this crowd knows music. I don't care if they grew up with it. I don't know if they play it. I have no idea, but something about Minneapolis, maybe it's the water. I don't know. Maybe it's that Prince was here and he taught everyone something. I love being here because every audience that we've ever played in Minneapolis, they get it. They feel it. You feel this energy with a Minneapolis audience that you don't feel anywhere else in America.
They're electric.
I know I said that in the show, but I felt it. I totally felt, the band felt it, and there's an energy that when a crowd is in that same space, that energy that you're in, there's an electricity to it. It's great.
Talk about the band that backed you tonight. Break them all down. Who are they?
Well,
amazing talent, by the way.
Thank you. I completely agree. I'm one of those artists who believes that you should surround yourself with people better than yourself, and they're just going to make you shine, and they're going to inspire you to greatness. I always want that. But a lot of these guys have been with me for a long time, and or we've played together a long time. So the guitarist is Randy Jacobs. We started playing together when I first moved to Los Angeles in the early 90s, and I joined a rock band, and it was Randy Jacobs on guitar. This guy was doing backflips off the stage. I mean, and the crowd it was just standing room, and people were dancing and sweating, and, you know, it was just nuts. And the other guitarist was Oliver Lieber, Jerry Lieber's son from Lieber and Stoller. And I was on sax, and at that point I was right out of college. I was pretty much a tomboy. He makes fun of me because, you know, he goes, it's before the hair and makeup. But in college, I really felt like I should be one of the guys. I didn't want people to judge me on being a girl. And so I wore guys' suits and guys' clothes, and I didn't wear a lot of makeup and, you know, big stuff. So he teases me that I'd come in with these big jean jackets on. He didn't even know I was a girl for the first couple years. But it's fun to play with someone like that for as long as we've played together and be a part of each other's careers and grow with each other. This last record we did was Mindi, Abair and the Bone Shakers. Randy Jacobs started the Bone Shakers out of Was Not Was. So it's fun to share our lives like that. Rodney Lee, who's on keyboards, has been with me for 14 years. He's also Jody Watley's music director. He has kids records that he does that's called Groove Kid Nation, and it's like soul music for kids. It's cool music, like quality music for kids. He's a great guy. Third Richardson on drums. It's from my hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida. We're both crazy Floridians. And on bass, Derek Frank. He's been in my band probably 6-7 years. He left me for a couple months last year to tour with Shania Twain, and we were all just starstruck. We totally thought that was cool. I'm like, go off. Just give me tickets. And so, it's fun to have a band of guys that's doing different things, but still a part of this unit that we play together all the time and have fun. It's a great band.
You guys sound amazing.
Thank you.
The last time we caught up was at NAMM, and you were revealing your Theowani mouthpiece. And you were about to embark on a big tour.
Yeah.
Give us some highlights from some of the places you've been.
Oh, we've been such cool places. Boy, where have I been since I've seen you? We went to London for a little while and played a few shows there. We just came back from China, which was really a highlight. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who have been to China for any length of time. I got to go at the beginning of the year, right after I saw you. I did a television show there that I was a celebrity judge representing the Grammys. I'm a trustee for the Recording Academy, and they sent me over to be this celebrity judge on a show called China Star. And it's like American Idol for China, but it's not unknowns. It's their superstars. So it's almost like Maroon 5 against, Steven Tyler and Aerosmith, or against Gwen Stefani. It's really interesting. I went over to do that, and then they hired my band to come back and play the Blue Note and to do a few shows around. It was amazing. It was just really cool to go there and experience it. And, the guys were joking that they wouldn't give us a drink after we played the Blue Note. They were like, no, you can't drink alcohol. It's not acceptable. Like, wow, okay. But it's really interesting to be a part of. We were the second act ever to play the Beijing Blue Note. And what a cool thing to be a part of, kind of bringing Western culture to China. It's just, they're opening up to Western culture this much. And we had a blast kind of learning and being a part of it. So it's fun to travel around and kind of learn and go kind of spread our music around. And, we're going to Oakland and we're going all kinds of places. It's just fun.
Every time I saw you on Facebook, you were in a different city, somewhere in a different country. It was amazing.
I know people, they email me or they call me like, where are you? Do you ever stay home? And I do. I get home, to Los Angeles, and it's fun. But I do get the itch to go out. And it's not for everyone. I get it. It's not fun to stand in lines and get a bad seat on an airplane or whatever. But I got guys around me that I love, and we love playing together.
And you have fun.
I just have fun. It's all worth it. And I love it. And we love experiencing life together. It's definitely, we have the coolest job on the planet. I really feel that.
Keep at it. What's on the horizon for you, Mindi?
We've been touring so much this year, but in and out of that touring, I've spent time trying to write for a new record. And it's always that back and forth of, what are you doing at this point? Sometimes it's just all touring and you really can't think about anything else. And then sometimes it's, you just have to focus and be in the studio and kind of have your blinders on and make a record. But I've kind of juggled it this year. And it's been really interesting, go to China and then go to Nashville for 4 days and write with all these cool songwriters, then come back to LA for a couple days, then go out on the road for a little while and then come back and write with someone different. I've really just wanted to put myself in different positions and write with different people and kind of see what's there. I always like to grow as an artist, and sometimes you get stagnant, writing with the same people, and you never know what'll happen with someone else. What would happen if you wrote with some hit songwriter, or what would happen if you wrote with some crazy guy that you think is cool, but who knows? You may write a great song, you may write a crappy song. But sometimes those experiments turn out to be life-changing, and you never know what that's going to be. So I usually try to put myself out on the line and just see what would happen if. And I've written some cool songs with some people for this record. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of the year. But I'm really just piling up songs right now. And I'm that person that'll pile up 40 songs for a record and kind of listen to them and have them in iTunes and go back and forth and, move them around and go, those kind of fit together. Or I like that vibe. I feel that. And I live with it until I feel like I've got a record. And so we'll see when that is. But I'm really having fun just kind of trying to push myself and get with different people and see what's in there.
What do you envision the next release to be?
It's interesting, I had a crazy couple years doing American Idol as their featured saxophonist, and then going off with Aerosmith for a summer and my summer vacation with Aerosmith, and getting to play with Springsteen for a night. All that's pretty crazy energy. It's pretty crazy power to sit and go, okay, how would I put this into my own career? And my Wild Heart record came out of that. I wrote with Greg Allman, and I called Joe Perry to play, and Trombone Shorty and Max Weinberg, and it was a cool way to fuse my worlds, because I always had all my rock friends over here, and then I had, kind of my jazz world over here, and it was all one at a certain point, and it was really cool. Then we made this live record. I changed up my band to play the Wild Heart catalog live, and it was Randy Jacobs, and it was Third Richardson, and it was all these guys that I brought in thinking, we're going to bring this music to life. And it was a lot of people that were playing in the Bone Shakers as well. So it became Mindi, Abair and the Bone Shakers. And that live show was so stupid fun, just electric, that we recorded it. I literally told my friend, just hide behind the curtain. I don't even want to know. Just record it. Trust me. Chances are this is going to be amazing. And it was. That's what became the live record. And that live record was just sheer abandon. It was fun. It was energetic. It was rock and roll. It was blues. It was jazz. So how do you follow that up, So for me, I want to stay in that vein. I love the organic quality of it. I love the reality of it. I love that, maybe everything's not clean and perfect, like a lot of the jazz world is. I don't care. I like the atmosphere. I like the reality. Maybe there's some mistakes, but I want to rock out a little bit. I want it straight from the heart. I want to sing about real stuff. I want to play to the rafters. That's going to be the type of record it is.
Well, we look forward to that next release.
Thank you. Me too.
As always, I'm going to give you the opportunity to send a message to Matty Rock's listeners all around the United States and around the world. What would you like to say?
I would just like to say thank you. It's been fun to share with you, kind of a journey of what I'm doing, and I just appreciate you giving it to your listeners. So thanks, guys, for watching and listening and, living through this cool journey that I'm on. But very cool. So who knows where we'll go from here, but it's always nice sharing a little time with you.
But at least you were on my turf this time.
More time on your turf. I like it. The drinks are good. It's warm this time. The audience was awesome.
Right on.
We'll hang anytime.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Mindi, for taking the time out. As always, continued success to you and everything you've got going on in your musical arena. You've heard it here, Matty Rocks listeners on the road. Matty Rocks and Mindi Abair closing out the Dakota. Matty Rocks, out.